AI will not replace marketers.
You don't need any production anymore in future, because without it you can't do anything. So
And that's the problem. And that's the problem that many businesses don't really realize
it's just crash the market from this point.
about how they can get more content, but for free.
Hello guys, so welcome again, and here with me is Nikita as always. So we are going to discuss 6 marketing moves that are working in 2025. So Nikita, welcome to the channel.
Yeah, hello guys, and then thanks for having me here as well.
So let's discuss today how AI is reshaping the actual marketing landscape. So Nikita, what do you think about AI? How to implement it? What are the best ways?
Yep, in my opinion, I've heard this a lot that a lot of people, and especially digital marketers, they're scary about the AI, right? So they were running this idea where the AI will replace marketers, in general. It will change different professions, and it will just like crush entire economic, right? But in my opinion, the AI will not replace marketers, but the marketers who are using AI will replace those who aren't, right? So again, here, right now we're utilizing AI tools as much as possible in our agency for the creative stuff, for the creatives optimization, for the scripts writing, and so on and so forth, right? But then, what's your thought here on AI in digital marketing?
Oh, so basically, is AI is now using for driving copies, visuals, voiceovers, editing, and yes, people are noticed when you're not using it. So basically, teams that embrace AI are now producing 3-5 times more content than like the ones who are not using, as you mentioned. So, for example, in our case, we replaced 40% of manual content to what AI is doing, and we are replacing it towards all our clients. And what we're having from that is basically short videos. We have a thumbnails for YouTube. We have a post for Instagram, Twitter, everything you can imagine in front of the content. It's actually replaced by AI now. Of course, AI is not the tool which gonna completely like delete everybody, or like you can fire hold your team and just stay alone. Yeah, we're going there slowly, but still you need a good producer, you need a good copywriter to check it, to actually do some changes. But the basics, and especially about data search, about analytics, all this happening across AI right now. So I think AI is like this key one. Do you have anything maybe else like how it's used in your case?
Yep. So I have basically the two main use cases right now that we're using in our agency, right, with the AI tools. And the first one of them will be the creative part, right? So we're currently heavily relying on the AI tools to create the ad copies and basically make the changes to the ad copies, right? So make the variations of the ad copies itself, right? So for example, it might be the case where, I know we have the bottle of water, some specific, right, with a mountain background, right, and we want to play a little bit here with the background or with the lights, or maybe it's like the shiny weather or it's the cloudy weather, right? So AI here helps us a lot, right, at that point where we're testing the creatives, and we could easily play around, so we don't really need to go out there and try to find this like weather or the locations or the angle and so on, right? So AI is definitely a must have tool here to test the creative and helps us with the creative. The same basically goes for the script writing, right? Let's be honest, it's, I believe 90% right now of the scripts are written by AI tools, right? Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, but that's just how it is, right? That's just the real truth. And the second part with the AI that we're using it for analytics, right? So we have basically post-purchase survey, right? Where we have, let's say, 30,000 forms filled, and we're just feeding it to the AI tool and then asking the question. So what's the main struggle? What's the main problem, right? And then we have the answer, to these questions. So do you have any use cases in your agency how you're utilizing the AI tools?
Yeah, of course. As I mentioned before, we are doing whole content part with AI. Obviously, data analytics, as you said, a big data reports we are receiving from like Amazon, Google is usually sending. Like Shopify is giving a lot of good information and content. And obviously, to read it all, very good, but a lot of watery content is there. So, uh, yeah, we're using just AI to give a summary for it, to give a juicy information, juicy content. So yeah, this one is absolutely for it. The next one, I think, big one will be with the video content, because we are giving with Sora now a lot of AI models which are growing a lot, like Chinese ones. And yeah, it is going to be a game changer for us because you don't need any production anymore in future. You don't need, especially for ads, for promo videos, you can just use AI, and in half an hour you have a perfect promo video which you can launch in your ads and get your clients. So I think this is it. AI is changing the world, and we all know about it. So let's move on to another one, is attention. So I think attention is a new currency. So forget the reach, forget impressions, but you need actually attention. So average attention span on short form is under 1.7 seconds. You know about it,
Yep.
and this is the time when you need to catch, when you need to catch attention, because the amount of competition in a content world right now is crazy and enormous, and you need to catch this. 1.7 seconds is nothing, but at the same time, the I need to catch your product, your message, your what's your basic call to action, what I need to do as a user. Because if I don't receive any information about it, what should I do, or what I need to do next, or what's your product, what do you want to tell me, I'm just skipping. So what do you think about attention? Because I think this one is a currency for now.
Yep, for sure. So over the last 10 to 20 years, we basically came from the economic of money to the economic of attention, right? I really wanted to shout out the Gary Vee here and his book, The Day Trading Attention, right? Which is the must read if you're playing on a digital field here. You need to understand how attention works, right? So how to find your audience, how to make these creatives and videos that will stop people from scrolling. Let's be honest, right now we're mainly talking about the Gen Z or Gen X, right? Those generations, and they're sitting on TikTok or different social media platforms all day, right? So it is really, really hard for us to to, to get them stop scrolling, right? So they're scrolling through all the day. They have everything there. You know, the Gen Z obviously even search for some information over social media, right? So they not longer go to Google search bar, right? Or they're not talking to chat GPTs. They just go, for example, for TikTok, they write their queries there about, where to go, what's the best food in Paris or, the London or whatever it is, right? And they have the answer there. So if you want to succeed in digital field in 2025, you are definitely, and definitely I mean it, you have to understand how to work with the economy of attraction, right? And we go with the information around it, right? So basically, how to build your presence out there and how to compete with all these people out there, right? So they have like any maybe practical ideas and thoughts, maybe steps that we can implement to go a little bit deeper here.
Yeah, of course. In a content now, what we see, and my team is doing reports for this. Basically, the one which is working really good with the content now is to do something unusual, what people didn't expect. Yeah, we saw this boom with like random videos where like people playing tennis and the ball is flying to your camera or something like this when the guy is just falling down. But now it's okay to do some random video plus your video. But now people are okay to do it by themselves. So, for example, if you're drinking water and you're just dropping the bottle is crashed. People didn't expect that you're gonna film because everybody used for this pretty image where it's like everything is ideal. And if you're drinking water, you're drinking water. So the brain works in a way like if you are expect something to do, so your brain is expecting 2 3 seconds afterwards what's gonna happen. And if something happened completely different what you expected, this is where you catch it. This is where you catched, and you're gonna actually watch it until the end because your brain tells you, okay, maybe something else gonna happen unexpected. And this case is we're using with our clients. So yeah, it can be anything. It can be throwing something to the camera. It can be like drinking water again, throwing the bottle down. It can be, I don't know, climbing on a wall and flew out. Anything. So just do something unexpected, because if you're just gonna copy what works for everybody else, I'm not saying about this kind of unusual stuff, the ones which are everybody doing, yeah, pretty walk, and all girls walking just pretty walk. And if you're gonna do the same, the chance that you're gonna be the one who's gonna catch this attention from a lot of users across the web, very small. And this is just to do it lucky draw. And this is not how we work, because we're working based on data and we're working based on results. This is just lucky. So what do you think about it?
Yep, I'm 100% here with you, right? And I have two main bullet points about the economy of attraction in general, right? And especially with online presence, right? So the first part will be, the psychology of our brains and how this online social media works, and basically why people are spending, hours, like 4, 5, 6 hours a day scrolling through the Instagram or TikTok or YouTube shorts, right? And the psychology behind it is basically the same as in, the casino. So I mean that, when you go to the casino, you have this like one handed jaw, right? You put this like $1 or $10 maybe. You have your hand, bam, no, you lost, unfortunately. But then you have, okay, so maybe the next one, maybe the next round will be successful, right? So the same is here. So you've got the really, really weird and bad video that you don't really like, but then you're trying to find, the really great creatives, right? You're trying to find something that might fulfill your ideas and your needs, right? That's why you are scrolling for hours. That's the first part, right? And the second one, and what I really wanted to point there is about the scarcity behind be present online. So let's be honest, right now every one of us has like really good camera, really good phone, where people just can press the record button and say something to the camera, something interesting, right? There's always the story behind the people. There always some unique experience that they can share, right? So I really, really urge you guys, if you really want to become the present online, don't be scary. Just press this fucking record button and start recording and start sharing your ideas and start speaking to it, right? And then once you have the data, you can analyze it and moving forward. So yeah, those are my thoughts
Yeah,
about the topic.
100%. And the one last one I want to actually make the guys listen to us and like to make them like just do this hard hook for your content. Just try this instead of just good quality across the whole length of your content, across the whole length of your video. Just try this 3 second hook. I'm 100% sure that it's gonna make it better. It's gonna perform much better than your usual content. So I think, okay, let's move to another one. Yeah. And it's trust over traffic. So this one big traffic is like people aren't buying from the ones who are like having traffic. People are, if you have enormous amount of followers, like big amount of followers, and it's all happening, but they are not trusting you. They're watching you because they are laughing at you. They not taking you serious, and you are trying to sell them something like serious product, like good e-com, like good product for their home, and you're just having it fun. Yeah, attention, you caught. Yeah, you're catching attention. They're laughing, fun comments. Hey, you're good. The question is, are you gonna sell to them? Do they trust you to buy something different from the niche you're trying to represent to them? So when you're like, it's you need to understand how to build your strategy, marketing strategy for this one. Because if you're completely out of the thing, if you're not understanding and you want a lot of followers and like mass market, but your product is luxury or niche, of course it's not going to work. And we saw a lot of cases. Clients came to us and said, hey, we had this, we have a lot of views, we have a lot of followers, yeah, brand doing good, can you convert them somehow to like we're going to sell them high check product? No, it's not working, because the audience what you already have and the algorithm of the social media where you present it as a brand are already set it up for the point that you have this mass market audience. They are not going to buy high check from you. So, and this mistake, I'm sure you had this experience. So tell more about us.
Yeah, that's actually pretty really interesting topic right here. And to be honest, I wanted to start not with my own experience, but is with really, really the famous case of Mr. Beast, for example, here. So he's obviously has one of the largest channels in the world, across all the networks, across all the social medias, right? And the main problem there is that he became so big that none of the companies could sponsor him. So there is no way, he has like how much, like around like 50 million
Yeah.
subscribers, whatever. I know it's like it's the millions of people, it's the billions of views every month, and none of the businesses could sponsor him. So yeah, it is really really fun stuff where for his the obvious way was just to create his own businesses and try to promote it through his channels, right, and so on and so forth. But the main problem there is as well that his audience wasn't basically targeted, right? The same as you just said, there are a lot of different fun pages, in Instagram or TikTok, these like old money pages. I know like something, do you know something, or like car pages out there, right? Just because there are cool videos of the cars, but there's no way to monetize it, right? So, and that's the biggest problem. So people right now still trying to grow their, the audience, get as much subscribers as possible. But the real problem there is that they can't really sell anything to them. There's no value in this audience. There's no monetization in this audience, right? Obviously, we're not talking about, the platform monetizations here, right? But then I have the question. So maybe you have some steps or some crucial information how to avoid going really broad, once you just started, right? So how to make this first step.
You need to clearly, as I mentioned just in a minute ago, you need to clearly understand who is your audience, target audience for your product, because we are talking about media. Okay, we are here about business, we're here about marketing, we're not here about blogging or like doing some great YouTube performances like, yeah, Mr. Beast doing. He's a great businessman, he's trying to find out a way how to do it. For example, I would say two examples which I want to raise is Mr. Beast created Fistables, and Fistables is a perfect match for his audience. So he has like kids plus, yeah, we say, yeah, a lot of people different ages watching him, huge audience. But obviously, like, this is teenagers, kids, etc. So chocolate for them would work because they will come to their parents and say, hey, I want a chocolate exactly from
Yeah,
Mr. Beast. If Mr. Beast was come out and sell coaches or like, I don't know, tables,
yeah,
chairs, would it work? Probably it would, because of the, like, he's the biggest
just the
YouTuber in
reach,
the
yeah,
world.
just the
Yeah,
amount of
he's
views.
yeah, yeah, he's biggest vlogger, YouTuber in the world.
Yeah,
So of course it would sell, but it's not matching his audience in kids or like teenagers. Second example, Logan Paul with a
yeah,
Prime. Again, is a guy showing energetic content. He has like this kind of 20s guys who are like want to be like him, want to take part in WWE,
yeah,
want to be like cool YouTuber, want to go for holidays around the world, and he's representing to him this drink. Hey, like this is the one like Red Bull did before, yeah, with this kind of campaign. Hey, drink Prime.
yeah.
It's really nice. You're gonna be energized. You're gonna be hydrated, and all
Yeah,
this is what.
but I just
Yeah,
wanted to step here, to be honest, real quick. And right now, we've just discussed those cases, right, where they succeed. So without with a really, really amazing reach, enormous amount of views, they've succeeded. So basically, they've tested different products and they've succeeded, right? But we both know the one account. I'm not gonna name this account just because I don't really want to force it, anymore. But it was the guy who created those videos, with the cash throwing out, with like giving away the packs of cash, right, and so on and so forth. So and at some point of time, this account was one of the top and fastest growing account in the world,
hi,
right?
Mr. Lucky.
Uh, I know. I wish I didn't actually name it, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, so the first one was the Cristiano Ronaldo's account, and the second one was his, right? And the problem was there that they've tried to launch everything, like the crypto projects. They tried to launch the brands, they tried to sell advertising, to some companies on their platforms, but it was about like 50 millions subscribers on Instagram, enormous amount of views, so like 100 millions of views per each video on each platform. But in the end, they were not making any money at all. And the problem there, just because, let's be honest, their content is about nothing, right? There's no value behind it. You can't, you have the view, right? Maybe it's like the funny videos, but you couldn't really sell anything through this content, right? And that's the point. And the numbers of accounts with this situation is much, much higher than the first two that we've discussed, right? So the problem where people go with like really broad topics, so they basically required like everything, right, from the self-help to motivation to sport to like professions, maybe some expert materials and so on. But in the end of the day, when you ask, okay, so but where you're expert, like why should I listening to you, and what's the main topic you are talking about, they just like went away, right? So that's the problem. They couldn't really answer it. So yeah, but yeah, I'm 100% here with you again about that you really should know your audience. Maybe it's not only about the target audience, right? But it's more about the specific of the audience. We had a case where we thought, for example, that our target audience for the business, and we asked the business owner about the target audience, and he said that it was about the female 45 plus. And then when we run our tests and we run our campaigns for more than a year, we found out that the best return on investment we have is from the audience, the female, but 35 to 45, not the 45 plus, right? So that's why it's really, really important, to know your audience, know who you're selling for, and know who you're talking for too, right? So yeah, shall we step, forward and talk about our next bullet point here?
Yeah, let's discuss the next one, and I think next one is a good one, really good one. The brands are equals to content creators right now. So like this one is a big one. This one we just discussed. Yeah, basically Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and some other guys. Yeah, a lot of brands actually, like the guys who have audience, they are reaching out to the point when they're like, yeah, let's sell something. And ecom brands now in a situation when they are actually starting like hiring content creators to the team, like in-house content creators. So this getting to the crazy point, because seriously, every brand from SaaS to e-commerce is now media company, because without it you can't do anything. So content isn't a strategy, it's your distribution engine. So to show people, to get to people, to reach to people, to reach to your audience, you have to do a content. And again, we said it at the beginning. We are saying it across whole video,
Yeah,
and we can do anything with it. 2025 is about the content.
yeah,
Guys who did it for long years before, congratulations to them. They reached to this point when the market is booming for the content creators, and they are there already. If you are just starting, or if you played with old rules, yeah, you have to change your strategy to content creation. So, what do you think?
yep.
How you working with your clients?
Yep, for sure. So I have as always like few cases here, but I really wanted to say it and I mean it. So if you want to succeed as a business, or if you want to build a successful personal brand, you have to rely heavily on a content creation, right? That's the baseline. That's it. So we had a really interesting case recently with one of our brands we were working with inside the agency, and it was the brand about the eye gear, right? About the eyewear. And the problem there was about the content. So we couldn't really explain to the business that we need, enough amount of content, right? Enough creatives, enough shoots, enough, places where we're shooting this content, right? So what we've done, we basically ask the business and the specific client to send us his products that we're gonna create him the high prod shoot, right? So we're gonna do everything that we need. It obviously costs some money. It's not really the cheap service, right? Just because we know what we want to record, it requires a lot of equipment, a lot of time, then post production as well. But it is really high production shoot. So we've done this, everything was really nice. Once we got the creatives, we've tested them for a while. I believe it was 2 months. The client is happy. The numbers are skyrocketing. So we were talking about like 3.5 to 4x ROAS on Meta Ads platform, for example. So it was really great numbers for this specific business, considering their margins. But then, basically, 2 3 months after, we had a call with the client, and he said, and we just started talking about the content again, that we need again to make the high prod show, that we need the new creatives, we need to create the new videos, the new static images, right? And create one more time. They should make it like one more time. And from the client, the answer was that something like, guys, I thought that you creating it once and it will last at least for a year or year and a half. So you've done your product pro high prod shoot. That's nice. I love it, right? But why do we need one more? And that's the problem. And that's the problem that many businesses don't really realize, that the content right now is the must-have. You is the first thing that you go to the business. You need to create content every day, right? So, but Dan, maybe you have like any cool stories behind it, right? So, what's the
Yeah,
problem you are facing with between businesses and the content creation right now?
yeah, we had recently the one with B2B clients, and obviously they had some social media. They were presented, nice website, nice presentation overall, and they had, yeah, production kind of team inside in house. So when we came like in a partnership with them, we really recommended to be open, to be, and we explained in the numbers that people need to trust you. Users need to do like purchases because they trust you, because they want to be as you, and as you, I mean, as a face of the brand,
Yep.
not logo. No logo doesn't cost anything today. I mean, only like super big ones, but faces are so. What it is, we explain to them that we need to be open in terms of content. We
Yeah.
need to show the fuck ups of the business. We need to show what good stories we have behind. Maybe some talents on work. So, for example, like the guy who is working on this product development is a, I don't know, cyclist, and he wants something. This is a cool story inside the company,
Yeah.
and the business was really surprised because it worked. And the thing is that they started posting in LinkedIn, they
Yeah.
started posting on their Instagram, they started posting on Twitter some posts like, "Hey, today coffee in the office, like it was great because like from Guatemala today,
Yeah.
like so, or like, hey, chocolate cakes on the table today." And people started not only just actually looking at you as a brand,
Yeah.
but look at you as a good influencer, nice account. You can read it even if you're not buying the product. And as a result, we did 3 times more sales
Yeah.
for this period of time
Wow.
than from paid campaigns.
Oh.
They did viral. Some of the pieces of content went viral, and it's just crashed the market from this point. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name of the business, but
Yeah.
yeah, we're working. They're very happy, and this case can show a lot to another B2B
Yeah.
businesses. That B2B is not like you are just to business,
Yeah.
and you are to people in the same way as B2C. Yeah, because you need to persuade business as your consumer, so
Yeah.
customer.
Yeah.
So what do you think about it?
Yeah, actually, it was like really, really interesting, and basically recording this, the business behind the stage, right, or fuck ups, right, basically everything you can around your business, right, but it still requires some time if you are the, you know, early entrepreneur, or if it requires some budget to record everything, right. But I really wanted to give the small hint or small trick to our audience right here about how they can get more content but for free. That's the point. So if you want to get content for free and really good quality content, just reach out to your customers. Just reach out to them and say like, "Hello guys, I know that you're obviously we have our information because you're a customer of our business. We're really really appreciate you being our customer, right? And we wanted to collect some honest reviews, right, from you. So if you would go for it, it may be interesting for you. Obviously, you offer some discounts or some offers, which is really nice. But if you reach to the proper and the right customer who's really satisfied with your business, you're basically getting the most exceptional content quality for basically for free. You can help them with the script writing, right? You can help them with the angles, if they're asking you like to support, to help them, right? So what they gonna record, what they should talk about, and so on and so forth. But basically, again, so if you want to get more content and you have no budget, just reach out to your customers and get the content for free. That's the baseline. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts here around the content right here.
Okay, let's move on to
Yeah.
another one. And I think last one is that SEO is moving to social and AI. So the old SEO playbook doesn't work
Yeah.
anymore. We know about it. People are searching in TikTok and Reddit and Instagram and not on Google only. And now they are moving to AI.
Yep.
Basically, Google just showed the data that nearly 40% of Gen Z uses TikTok for search.
Yeah.
Imagine how crazy is it. So just from TikTok, which we just
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, it was just beginning social media where it's just funny dances, and after that more content, more business content came in, more businesses came in, and now the users are using it for search. This is like search engine. uh another one is like the OpenAI and Perplexity now shape product discovery paths. And so interesting thing is that with SEO now, it's
Yeah.
not only about website now,
Yeah.
it's about social medias, it's about AI. So you need to optimize your blogs, tags, call to actions towards how people will search it in social medias, and for your social media content, and for the AI, because AI, where it's AI taking the content from? Guys, if you think AI is generating random reports or random articles from nowhere, no, they're taking it from the search engines. And for example, if I'm searching something from actually OpenAI from ChatGPT, yeah, when I'm typing something,
Yeah.
OpenAI, ChatGPT goes to Bing.
Yeah.
Now it goes to Google, taking information from there and showing it to me. If I'm in with the right SEO, with the right wording, and I'm understanding how AI works on the background, gonna be with the keywords, it's gonna search for my article and will
Yeah.
show already inside the chat GPT for the users. And we will like, as AI models are like developing so much, I think we're gonna end up with search engines only there.
Yes,
Because
for sure.
why do you need Google? If it's yeah, Google is implemented AI, no worries with that.
Yes.
But at the same time, if you're doing all your tasks, if you're doing everything what you need in ChatGPT and you're like cool with it, now they implemented amazing image generator. Yeah, if you're doing everything inside there and you know it can find you, you can. There is a button search,
Yeah.
and it can go to web and search for you. Exactly, think what you need right now, answering your exact question.
Yeah.
Why do you need to go somewhere else?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's just a real quick step in here, and there are basically two main parts that you were talking about right now. So the first one is the AI optimization for the business in general, right? Especially for search. The second part is the congruency between different platforms for the business. So where what I wanted to point here is that you have to have congruency on all platforms. If you have, let's say, spring sale on your website that offers 10% off, you have to have 10% off spring sale within your email. You have to have this information on your social media platforms, the Instagram, the TikTok organic post, right? You have to have this code everywhere. The same is connected to the ads. If you're running the 10% off spring sale, this message should be communicated through the ads, right? On different platforms as well. Might be Meta ads, the TikTok ads, or YouTube. And actually, I never thought that it might be the problem for some businesses, or it's something that is, really tricky or the hidden gem. But what we really find out is that some businesses, they have, let's say, 10% off on their TikTok account, right? Then they, on their website it says there's 15% off just because the brand owner decided, to increase the sale. And then on their email platform and on their emails it says like already 20% off, like final sale. So basically, you're just trying, to fuck obviously, your audience. So you're just like playing with it. Some of them will say 5 or 10% right on your products. The other people will save 20% of their products, and it's the same sale, the same offer. So I please you guys that you have to have congruent offer on each and every platform for your business. That's the first part. The second one is about the AI optimization, right? As you said, and I'm 100% agree here with you. If you just let's make the question, let's just make the small real task for the guys that are listening right now to us. Right now, open the chat GPT or the DeepSeek or whatever it is, maybe the Gemini or the Grok. Just open this AI platform and type your business name there. And if you will not find any information about your business, or if you are not finding information that you want to show by these AI tools about your business, you have to start thinking about the AI optimization, right? I really had a few successful cases where people had their biggest client through ChatGPT. So, and it was real simple. After we've done basically the post purchase survey, there was the answer that yes, I found your business on, for example, ChatGPT. So we asked him what was the question. And let's say the question was something about the best digital marketing agency in 2025 in Europe or in US, right? And the chat GPT said that the best number one ranking agency right now, the fastest growing, the most, important and the coolest one is ours, for example. And that's the case. So that's for free. You don't basically need to pay for this answer, right? That's for free. And if you are optimizing your business for this AI results, right? Then you have free leads by these platforms. And those clients who are searching your business there will be high amount of money like clients, right? They will pay you a lot just because they already have the trust to these platforms, right? And then do I have like any cool cases with this AI optimization for your businesses right now?
Like seriously, we are working on it right now, and a lot of cases happening. The thing is that we are still can't understand algorithm for 100%. So
Yeah,
we are still working because SEO is a old play game. Yeah, we clearly know how to build the website with SEO, how to put it on the top. Yeah, it takes some time, but there is clear pathway for this. With AI, it's not that clear yet because sometimes we checked and what the question is in ChatGPT, in Sora, in DeepSeek, in different models. Basically, exactly what the question is, it's in the SEO of the website and it's
yeah,
not showing it. We can't understand clearly how it works yet.
yeah,
We had some successful cases when it showed to us, and we are trying to optimize clients for this now. We're working with this now, and we actually like hiring right now. The process is happening with my team that we are hiring the AI specialist for inside it in house
yeah,
because a lot of AI questions, yeah, content we already got how it works with optimization for SEO, with actually implementing AI models towards our clients. Automation is a different story, but towards their websites, how to help. Yeah, personalization is one of the big ones. So AI specialist will be in our team
yeah,
soon, and so I can't say any cases which we are like boomed already,
yeah.
but at the same time we are kind of there. We are trying our best, and I think we're very close to this.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Basically, this way AI optimization part is more about just like the bigger businesses, right?
Yeah,
If those guys that who are just starting out there, there's no way they will go to AI optimization, and I mean AI search optimization, and not go to the paid ads or organic ads or the cold outreach and so on. So those businesses who are already spending millions of dollars every month, you know on their paid ads, on the content creation, their organic reach, that is the next step for them, to go and optimize for their AI search, right? But yeah, so do you have like anything else to add?
yeah. Basically, I think we explain everything
Yeah,
what we can in this part, but the next one is what I want to say. It's one of my favorite one. Uh, Baseline for now is to be presented in multi platforms.
yes,
So multi-channel presentation for business is a must for today. But at the same time, as you mentioned with AI SEO, like SEO optimization and be presented in AI search is one of the channels can be, but
yes,
it takes budgets, takes time, it takes teams. Same with another channels. When the product or like when the business, yeah, when the business owner is thinking, okay, everybody's presented in TikTok, Twitter, link X, sorry, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Snapchat, Reddit, need to be presented in Google or any search like engine by your website. Also in some specific websites where you just first thought like TripAdvisor is
yeah,
restaurant, you need to be there because people are usually just going to there and checking for the restaurants there.
yeah,
So if you're not presented there, you're already losing. And this is I just called almost 10 channels.
yeah,
Every channel takes budget. Of course you can do some podcast, of course you can do some and after cut it out for short form videos, for LinkedIn posts. Yeah, this is a good way of optimizing and AI will help you with this, but it still takes budget to promote each of the channel. It's not going to work when you are like putting your budget or like starting ads with Instagram, and after trying to put the same audience
yeah,
to your Twitter or say, hey guys, now go to
yeah.
X and follow us there. What we see is not working.
Yep. So I have the question right here immediately for you, right? It's basically about the variants, how to start, about the way to start. So you just said that there are, let's say, and call them like 9 or 10 platforms out there, right? Starting from the YouTube or Twitter or X, right, till the Snapchat, where the Snapchat is still, in my opinion, one of the weirdest platform out there for the businesses. So, what's your opinion here? We'll talk about the small business or small personal brands. Should they go with one platform only and try to scale it first until it's profitable, and then start working towards the next platforms? Or in your opinion, they should already start with few platforms in time? So, what are your thoughts?
My favorite business model and how to build a funnel is to start with social media.
Yep.
Obviously, to have one or two social medias. Yeah, because one, we already said in the previous videos about the example with TikTok ban. Yeah, Hopefully, it was only for a couple of days, but it happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you were just totally on TikTok and TikTok is banned, obviously your business is banned. So not a good situation. So my recommendation would be like two channels,
Yeah.
just in case. But at the same time, my favorite one is to try to build a funnel in a way to bring potential customers to your own channel. So website would work, community would work, um, just because you need to collect the data from them.
Yeah.
Because, for example, if TikTok is banned, yeah, let's walk around this example. If TikTok is banned, you're losing all your followers. You
Yeah.
can't reach them. You can't do anything with them because you don't have any point of data with them.
Yeah.
You don't have any contact with them. You can't call them. You can't email them. You can't text them. You
Yeah.
can't reach them in social media because it, they are banned. Like the whole platform is banned. When you are bringing potential customer to your website, obviously you can collect some data. You can collect their address. You can collect their phone number. You can collect their email. Of course, with the content, yeah, they need to accept it. All of this, but big percentage is accepting when you are building it in the right way. Uh, and at the end point, if the platform, social medias will be just banned or something going to happen, you have a big data when you paid for it
Yeah.
and it's yours. So it's going to be yours forever. You know the behavior of exact customer, exact user, how he went to your website, what he bought, how repeatedly he's buying from you. And then you can reach to him back. So what do you have like on thoughts on this?
Yeah, I know. So from one side, I really wanted to agree here with you, right? Just because the risk of relying on only one platform are so heavy and so big that it might be not sustainable. But from the other side, I genuinely believe, and I had, a lot of cases with my clients that every good business could scale to 1 million in revenue using only one platform, right? So you shouldn't diversify your attention heavily across the platforms. So let's say if we're talking about the paid ads. So we're choosing between what? Between the Meta ads, the Google ads, maybe TikTok ads, right? These are three main platforms that we're using for paid advertising. So each and every of these platforms could bring your business from 10K, let's say, to 1 million in revenue, in turnover, right? Each and every of them. But in the same time, and it was the case that we had with one of our clients recently, that over 2 days, over the weekend, and the weekend for this specific business was the highest, were highest performing days, right? So the Saturday and Sundays always are the highest performers, across the week. And unfortunately, the Google Ads had the internal bug and it slashed their entire account from, I believe it was a few thousand bucks a day in spend to zero. So over the Saturday and Sunday, these 2 days, we had zero spend for this specific client. And it was really lucky situation that our meta ads and email and organic TikTok posting were there, so they covered this drop in Google Ads numbers, right? But let's imagine, you're relying only on one source here. You're putting really good budget behind it, and then over 2 days, just because of the internal bug of the platform, you have zero spend. And if you have zero spend, let's say you have zero revenue. So you just slashed your entire business across 2 days. And that's the problem, right? So that's the point. So I would say, and the blueprint for you guys, especially with smaller budget out there, is to go and start with one platform, let's say the Meta ads, and pull the content that you are creating for the ads organically. So try to cover and grow your organic audience. Try to cover the TikTok organics, right? Try to cover the Instagram organics and YouTube posting as well, right? The same might be with the one paid ads and with affiliate program, right? So again, you're not paying your affiliates until you made the sale itself, right? So you're losing nothing. At this point, you have one budget, one paid ad source, and then the affiliate program. And affiliate program already covering some of your sales, right? And then in the end of the day, if this paid source slashed, you still have this affiliate program, and it still works, right? So yeah, those are my thoughts. This is my strategy that we are working with our agency. We're first trying to master the one channel, And then when we see that success, we're just like adding more channels and we're starting scaling horizontally. So yeah.
Yeah, in a way of social medias, I agree that they can be a full marketplace for you, and to master them in right way, as I mentioned, this is totally works. We built a couple of clients like this, and it's okay for their business model. Websites wouldn't work,
Yeah.
and online sales through social medias were more than enough. So we mastered only social medias. But yeah, my favorite, as I mentioned, this is just bringing because for me, I'm not trusting to the platforms in a way because it's
Yeah.
not owned channel, so you don't have any data from it. Yeah, statistics, okay, analytics, okay, but you don't have any data by yourself, so you can take it
Yeah.
and bring to your next sale. You can do like basically like with Meta, yeah,
Yeah.
they are giving you opportunity to do lookalike.
Yeah.
It's okay, but you can see what the exact
Yeah.
like
What's the
phone number of
lookalike?
the
Yeah.
guy, address of the guy, what's his name, etc.
Yeah.
So for me, like collecting the data, because I imagine it like this: when you're putting a budget on like ads and especially bringing them to the website, so you're basically paying for data first, not
Yeah.
for the sale. It can give you a huge boost in LTV for the long term because just try to think from this perspective. Just build for the data first
Yeah.
and use the data for free later on with a very cheap services like email marketing. Do the send them newsletters,
Yeah.
bring them back to your website much cheaper than with actually paid ads on social medias.
For
So
sure.
this is my strategy, and when I clearly understand with my teams that we can use this model, we are 100% using it. When we can't, we're using only social medias.
Yes, yes, for sure. So I really wanted to throw it real quick. So the first one is that you must collect the first party data, and the first party data, as you just said, is the most important part of the business. When you have the data, the proper data with proper tracking, you could make the proper analysis. When you have the proper analysis, you could bring the proper results, and that's it. Just analyzing it, you have the data, analyze it, make the changes. This model, there's no way that in this model business will not succeed, right? But I wanted to share real quick, really cool tool. I will not gonna say this name yet, but we'll ask our guys and our subscribers, and listeners who are listen to us out there. So that's tool that allows businesses to collect email address from their user on the website without making this user leave or fill the form or leave the email. So how it works basically is that you're entering on the website as a user. This tool is connecting your IP address to your email in Google Ads and send this email address to the business without even you knowing, right? So it costs some money a month, but it is really killer feature, to collect more emails that you, let's say, supposed to, right? So if you want to share, us this email tool, just drop the email in comment, and we'll share this name of the tool, with you guys, just because it's really, really powerful. It was the recent tool, obviously the AI tool, and it helps scaling businesses much faster in 2025 for
Yeah,
sure.
guys, but this is completely legal tool, and the users still need to accept
For
cookies.
sure.
But of course, it's a bit different process when just typing your full email manually.
Yeah.
So let's end up. Let's finish with the summary. What
Yep.
we like ending up. So there's 6 steps basically.
Yeah.
You need to implement AI first.
Yep.
You need to take content in front of you.
For sure.
Let's not in order. Yeah, let's go with.
Yeah.
Let's be presented in multiple platforms,
Sure.
but you need to understand what's your product and what strategy fits to your product.
Yes.
You need to do an optimization for
Yes.
social medias and for AI.
Sure.
We need to do like trust
Yep.
because let's build a trust with the content. And what we lost, let's go again.
Yeah, but it was about the AI implementation, I believe. We
Yeah,
just missed this. Yeah,
implementation,
the most
AI
important one.
optimization,
Yes.
and social media optimization,
Yes.
trust over brand,
Yes.
um, multi-channel
Yes.
content,
Yes.
and last one we missed something.
Which one was this? Hmm.
So, guys, if you're watching this, please help us
Yeah.
to actually remind us what was the 6 points, because I think we lost with it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that it was 6 points.
For sure.
So, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Nikita's social medias below, and actually put the like button and share with the ones who are gonna enjoy this content and it's gonna be useful for them. So, thank you for watching again, and wait for the next videos.
Yep. See you guys.